In the clip presented today on my YouTube channel, I will talk about discover everything you need to know when you fly by plane for the first time. Stay like this, but stay with me. In the next few minutes to be up to date when you fly for the first time by plane. You can feel restless because you don't know how to organize yourself in order to have a problem-free trip. For a plane trip, there is a lot to plan in advance, from packing your luggage to how you get to the airport. However, with a little preparation and following the following tips, your first airplane flight can be smooth and stress-free. In this article you will find some tips for all those traveling by plane for the first time. Keep reading and find out how you can be as prepared as possible and what you need to know when you fly by plane for the first time, so that you have the most comfortable and pleasant trip possible. Tip 1. Pack smartly. One of the most important things to consider when flying for the first time is your luggage. You want to make sure you have everything you need without packing too much. The first step is to check the baggage policy of the airline you are flying with. For each flight, there will be different dimensions of hand luggage and weight thresholds of hold luggage that you must always respect. Why? Because additional fees may be charged for each piece of luggage that does not comply with the dimensions and weight thresholds. When packing your hand luggage, make sure you include essentials such as your passport, tickets, wallet, and phone. You should also pack a change of clothes, medicine, and any other items you might need in case your checked baggage is delayed or lost. It is also important to remember that there are certain items that you cannot bring on a plane. Some are prohibited by all airlines, such as sharp objects and firearms. Others differ depending on the flight and destination. For example, there are countries where you cannot bring food from other countries. Make sure you check the full list of prohibited items before packing. Tip 2. Make sure you have all the necessary documents for your destination. When you choose your destination, whether we're talking about a vacation or a business flight, make sure you have all the necessary documents. For international locations, passport and visa are often required, and without them, you cannot be allowed access to the respective country. Tip 3. Choose the right seat on the plane. Choosing the right seat can make a big difference in the level of comfort during the flight. If it is your first flight, and you are afraid of the plane, choose a seat near the front of the plane, where there is less turbulence. If you are tall or have long legs, choose an aisle seat for more legroom. And if you are looking for a quieter flight, without being disturbed, choose a seat away from the kitchen or toilets. If you are not traveling alone, choose your seat with your companion. Many airlines allow travelers to choose their seats when booking the ticket, free or for a fee. Tip 4. Get to the airport early. Arriving earlier at the airport saves you from worrying that you will be late and miss your flight. Plan your arrival at least 1 hour before the scheduled departure time for a domestic flight, and at least 2 hours for international flights. Before leaving home, make sure you have all the documents ready, including your passport, ticket, and all the necessary visas and documents. Tip 5. Stay comfortable during the flight. Flying can be uncomfortable, especially on long-haul flights, but there are some things you can do to have a more comfortable flight. Dress in layers, so you can adjust your clothes to the temperature on the plane. Bring a neck pillow and an eye mask to sleep as well as possible, and even headphones or earplugs to block out the noise. Tip 6. Take your time. Depending on the duration of the flight, you may need things and activities to occupy your time. Many airlines have planes equipped with in-flight entertainment systems, with movies, TV shows, and games. You can also bring books, magazines, or a phone or tablet loaded with your favorite movies or TV shows. Tip 7. Consider travel insurance. Although unlikely, there is always a chance that your flight will be delayed or canceled, or that your luggage will be lost or damaged. When traveling by plane for the first time, the last thing you want is to be unprepared. To prevent these possibilities, consider a travel insurance. Also, a travel insurance can cover medical emergencies and other unforeseen events. Tip 8. Plan your transport from the airport. Airports are always placed on the outskirts of big cities, and, in most cases, it is possible that there is no airport in the place where you want to arrive. When planning your trip, check the transfer options you have and choose the right one for you. Depending on where you are going, you might need a taxi, public transport, or even rent a car. Also, to be even more prepared, when you fly for the first time, book your transport in advance to avoid any confusion or delays upon arrival. Tip 9. Leave your car in a parking lot, right next to the airport. When you fly for the first time, it is a good idea to go to the airport with your personal car. First of all, if you are afraid of flying, the comfort and familiarity of your own vehicle can help you get rid of some of the stress, because the car offers you more flexibility and control over the schedule. This can be especially useful if you are not familiar with public transport or are not sure how long it will take to get to the airport. Secondly, even if you followed the first advice, it is possible that on your first plane flight you will have more luggage than you need. Coming to the airport with your own car, it will be much easier to carry your luggage. Finally, coming to the airport by car, depending on how much luggage you have, where you live and how many people you are traveling with, can be a convenient and cost-effective option. Now that you've found out what you need to know and what you need to do when flying for the first time, it's time to choose your first destination. But in which parking lot do you leave your car? Very simple. Olympia Airport parking is the closest private parking near Otopeni Airport, being only 5 minutes away on foot. Also, if you have a lot of luggage or are traveling with many people, the shuttle service is available for all people who leave their car parked here. Your first airplane flight should be a pleasant experience, which will make you want to fly another hour. Plan your entire trip, from your luggage to how you will get to your destination, and enjoy a worry-free flight.